Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing well. Welcome if you're new here, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support, for your views, your likes, your shares, your comments, your subscriptions, and your donations. It really does mean a lot, and it helps me keep this channel going. If you'd like to give back, the links to donate are below. And there's also a thanks button beneath this video if you'd like to show your support that way. So appreciated. Thank you. Now, if you've been thinking about getting a private reading, they are currently available. The link to my shop is in the description box below. I will be closing readings in about a month or so, and I'll let you know the exact date when I do. So if you've been guided to reach out, now might be the right time to do so. Today, I'm going to share some channeled information that's come through from Spirit about what's been happening in the collective energy shifts that are taking place and what may be coming next. And before I begin, I just want to say, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Trust your intuition and inner knowing, as always. Now, let's begin. As I've mentioned in previous readings, 2025 is the year of truth. We are in a time when the veil is lifting. Secrets are coming out. Things that have been hidden are being slowly and carefully revealed to the collective. And this will continue not only through this year, but well into 2026. However, it's not all going to happen at once, because, honestly, the scope of what's being exposed would be too overwhelming for the collective consciousness to absorb in one moment. There have been many private discussions behind the scenes since as early as 2021. That year, something shifted, something important, which Spirit has shown me time and again in different readings. In fact, it came up in my reading on Elon Musk as well. That year marked the beginning of a secret collaboration between government officials, military operatives, and divine galactic beings, whatever name you prefer to use for them. The purpose of this cooperation was to dismantle certain technologies that were being used by what we call the dark forces. Interestingly, some individuals who were once part of these darker agendas were offered immunity in exchange for information. So, what's happening now is that a number of those individuals have actually turned and are working with the so-called white hats. It's complex. But this has helped lead to secret military tribunals that have been quietly unfolding in the background. Justice, as Spirit says, is not always loud. Sometimes it happens in silence, in the hidden chambers of reality, behind closed doors that will one day swing open for all to see. But we must prepare. Because when these truths do begin to surface more publicly, people will feel everything. Grief, rage, betrayal. And that is okay. These are natural emotions when you wake up from a long slumber and see the world for what it truly is. However, Spirit is asking us now, especially those of us who identify as Lightwork Hairsto, remember our role. Forgiveness is key, not because we condone harm or deception, but because forgiveness unshackles us. It lifts our vibration out of the density that the dark forces thrive upon. They feed on anger, they feed on fear, and we must not feed them. To truly ascend, to truly shift, we have to release the energies that tether us to a lower state. Forgiveness, again, doesn't mean forgetting or excusing it. It means choosing to rise. Now, energetically, I feel we are very close to the public exposure of at least one or two key figures' names that may shock many. These revelations will concern crimes against humanity, and may be slowly leaked into mainstream awareness over the next few months. Time is fluid, so I can't give an exact date, but Spirit keeps nudging me toward the summer of 2025 as a window of opportunity for a greater wave of disclosure. This will not be the full story, but it will be enough to wake more people up, to begin connecting the dots. And when those first dots are connected, the web begins to unravel. From what I'm sensing, bigger truthsome regarding advanced technology, secret healing methods, and extraterrestrial contact will start surfacing in 2026. It's already happening, really. The cooperation with otherworldly beings isn't science fiction, it's been in motion for decades. The curtain is just starting to move. And while all this unfolds, Spirit is reminding us to guard our energy. Be mindful of how much news you consume, how much time you spend scrolling. Not all information out there is truth, and some of it is purposely placed to confuse or distract. Practice discernment. Trust your inner compass. You will feel the truth resonate in your body. Now, as I shuffle the cards today, something sweet happens. My cat, Millie, hops up and taps the deck with her paw. She's been joining me often during readings lately, as though she knows the energy that's moving through. And where her paw landed? The Page of Wands. A card of good news, of youthful fire, of messages arriving. And just beneath it, the Seven of Swords, deception, lies, betrayal. The contrast is clear. The truth is coming to light. Lies are ending. And then the Ten of Swords, an image of total release, an ending so complete, it cannot be undone. Followed by the Star. Hope, healing, prayer. We are being asked to stay in the light, to remain hopeful, to trust. And there was the Knight of Pentacles, Tua, steady, committed energy. He reminds me of the quiet forces working in the background, the ones bringing justice, the ones helping to restructure what's been broken. You may notice this reflected in our outer world soon. CEOs resigning, leaders disappearing from the public eye. It won't all be explained right away, but it's part of the shift. Some have chosen to step down rather than face exposure. Some were quietly removed. Now, let me speak for a moment on personal experience. There are energies near where I live that have tried to interfere with my light people who have dabbled in dark arts. At first, they mocked. They didn't see me. But now, they avoid eye contact. They retreat. Something has shifted. Not because I retaliated, but because what they put out returned to them. Spirit handles what we cannot. Divine justice moves in silence, but it always moves. Some of you may be experiencing similar interference, strange behavior from people around you, subtle energetic attacks. But Spirit is asking you not to retaliate. Keep your vibration high. Do your protection work. Be the light. And this is important. When these attacks come, whether personal or global, it means the shift is working. The dark doesn't fight what isn't threatening. If they're lashing out, it's because they know they're losing grip. The cards also show Bisa, symbol of collective effort, collaboration. We are not alone in this. Lightworkers across the globe are receiving similar messages, connecting the dots. You may be guided to share what you know, but remember, everyone awakens in divine timing. Plant seeds, but don't force growth. Now, weather events, they've been odd, haven't they? Clear blue skies, followed by strange fog. Sudden shifts. There is manipulation happening, weather used as a tool in this spiritual war. But remember, what's happening above mirrors what's happening within. The skies reveal the battle between darkness and light. Stay grounded. A few more cards now. Patience and courage come through. We've waited long. Many of you began your awakening years ago, and it's been slow. But divine timing is not human time. We are in the unfolding now. Courage will be needed in the months ahead, especially if we go through a brief period known as the days of darkness. Now, I've mentioned this before, 3 to 10 days of energetic blackout. Not necessarily literal darkness, but a kind of energetic cocoon where the world feels still, heavy, strange. Spirit keeps bringing up the number 3 lately. 3 days may be the window. If it happens, stay calm. Stay in the light. That time would be the final Purgia release of energies that cannot ascend with us. During that time, fear will try to creep in. Don't let it. Remember, fear is their food. Light is your shield. Self-love is vital right now. Clear your space. Cleanse your energy. Nourish your body. Rest when needed. Spend time in nature. This is not indulgent, it is strategic. A clear vessel receives the clearest guidance. Rejection came through too. Many of you have felt this your whole life. Not fitting in. Being the black sheep. That's because you weren't meant to fit into a broken system. You're here to help rebuild it. The dark forces have infiltrated every institution, media, medicine, law enforcement. They didn't want the light in those places. That's why you may have been blocked. But all will be revealed in time, and when it is, your presence will be needed more than ever. Inner child work is coming up strongly. Heal the wounds that were buried. Let your creative light shine again. Your inner child remembers your mission. Some of you have hidden spiritual gifts that are now awakening. You've been preparing, often in solitude, healing yourself so you can later guide others. That time is near. And finally, the last card, the dark night of the soul. Yes, this is what many will soon face as truths emerge. But from that darkness, a new purpose is born. Life will bring new meaning. Psychic gifts will increase. Astral travel will become more common. People will begin to understand their true multidimensional nature. Act with love. Lead with light. We are stepping into a new era and you were born to be a part of it. Thank you for listening. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Until next time.